keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Hello, I'm Izu, and welcome back to The Ordinary Life of a Teenage Werewolf. I know it's been a while since the last episode, but I am still doing this series. I love this series. I've just been too busy to record this. These videos take much longer for me to edit and record than any of my other series, so yeah, I apologize for that. But moving on, I hope you're still enjoying this series, and if you are, please give it a thumbs up, and I promise you I have a lot of ideas how this story will go. I have so much to get to, but not enough time. So also Nemo will be talking in the background. I apologize, he's very talkative today, so if you hear him meowing or purring, that's just how things are. The last episode left us off with Billie going to school. Billie also transformed into a werewolf in the house and then ran around in the woods next to the house, so that was a little bit scary and a bit nerve-wracking for me. Then Billie and Alana also patched things up somewhat. It started to patch things up. Okay, I'm angling the camera so we don't look at anything weird, but I just wanted to hang out with her. She's finally having a bath after a full night of running around as a werewolf and then sleeping like an hour and going to school all muddy and everything, so that's a very good thing that she can finally clean herself off. But on her little wolfy runarounds, she has come across this interesting place in the forest that has these like wolf-like art installations, I guess. And I think she'd be really curious to see what those are about. Oh my god, they're gonna... I need to get rid of the slow dance because all my sims are just slow dancing together, but makes sense, they're very in love with each other. We're gonna have some cold cuts. Oh, actually, you could have gotten that, that's fine. And I think her mum is gonna cook us something, maybe, or maybe her dad, actually. Yeah, listen, maybe they can do it together. Okay, you're gonna cook together with your wife and let's make something like a ham dinner. That sounds good. And they're too busy just flirting and being adorable with each other to really notice anything other than Billie being there. Nanami's here, so I guess we're spending some time with her. We're not gonna tell her that we're a werewolf, and absolutely not, but we are gonna talk about stuff with her. Maybe just complain in general. I know it's raining, but I don't think she'd really care about that, because I want her to take a little walk to the area with the big tree. If I can find it, hold on, let me see. Oh, there we go. There is this really big tree, and actually, very fortunately, there are some Volkov family members having a little grilling barbecue party, and I think she'd want to go here. They, as you probably know, the Volkov family is a werewolf family, and although they are in their human forms currently, they definitely would smell another werewolf. They have smelled another werewolf. They are aware that a werewolf exists in this town, so they definitely know something is up, but they don't know who this person is. Obviously, because there are werewolves and there have been werewolves in this town for a very long time, the The Volkov family would definitely know something about Billie's grandma. They would know that she was a werewolf, or somebody would know of them. I don't know what the situation with the packs is. I think Allison was part of another pack that is not here anymore, but they would definitely know of her. They also know that Billie's mother is not a werewolf, so they know that the werewolf gene didn't get passed on. They know there is a slight possibility that it gets passed down and jumps over one generation, so they know that dormant werewolves exist, but they don't know that it's Billie. But now they can finally smell it, and they would definitely be interested in that and come over to check with her and like talk with her, but not too intensely, but like just to know what is going on. Is she aware of her abilities? Like, they just want to know what's up. At least she invited her to eat something. That was really nice. Jacob was there for a moment, but then decided to leave. It's getting late now, and it's starting to like get more chilly and a bit misty too. Oh wow, it's so misty. Anyways, Lily, I think, had a good impression overall from Billie, but she can't really tell anything. Billie doesn't tell her, obviously. She's too afraid to tell her anything. I think she's now intrigued, like, what are these people doing here? And in this area where there are just like wolves and apparently owls in the clouds, we never know. Oh my god. No way. They're having a brawl. Seriously, girl, get out of your phone. She's too stunned and too much of a teenager to take anything in. She's just on her phone. Seriously, oh my goodness. I need a mod to disable phones. But she definitely saw that. And to be fair, she would also probably smell them, but she's not so used to her senses. And because Moonwood Mill probably smells like werewolf everywhere, I don't think she'd be too good at discerning who is a werewolf and who is not. But she's gonna definitely want to ask about stuff now, because this is the first werewolf she's interacting with for the first time. And Lily is responding, there's a lot of folks who wouldn't be where they are today if it wasn't for the Moonwood Collective. Hacks should be working to benefit the community, not just themselves. We aren't wild animals after all. And Billy's just like, can you, for the love of, oh my goodness, I need to get a freaking mod to disable phones. She's unable to really understand what's going on. Like, you are a werewolf. Like, you are a werewolf. I am also a werewolf. And she's gonna say like, yes honey, we know, we can smell you. I wonder if I actually can transform. Oh my god, I can transform. And maybe Lily's saying like, okay, you are a werewolf, we do know that, and we can smell it and all, but how did you become one? Did somebody bite you? And she's like, oh my god, no, it's just one day I was just swimming in the lake and all of a sudden I realized I'm turning. I can't really remember much, but it was very scary and I felt quite lost. But I am now so intrigued what is happening here, because I'm finally not the only werewolf there is. This is so exciting. She's finally meeting another werewolf, and I think Lily is just telling her how things like get passed down, how this works basically, like the genetics, I guess. Because Billy's telling her that she found all these weird diaries and books from that were her grandmother's, and she's trying to figure out what was going on. And she's quite sure that her grandma was a werewolf, and she's asking Lily about maybe there was a time that she knew her, or I don't know, something about her. But Lily wasn't really close with Allison at that time, so she doesn't really know much about her life. But this did answer her question on how Billie is a werewolf after all. So she doesn't have to be concerned that some of her cubs or anybody has turned her into a werewolf, or Greg has gone nuts. It's just that she is a werewolf to begin with, and that does set her mind at ease somewhat, because then obviously that would be a catastrophe if people were if wolves were turning people into werewolves all around us. So she's happy about that. It is getting a little late too, and they do need to both go to sleep, but Lily's just asking her if she'd like to someday come for dinner maybe, so they could talk about things more. And maybe Billie would like to— oh my god, she's just gone to sleep. And obviously Billie would love to. She still hasn't put two and two together, so she doesn't know that Blair is Jacob's sister. She also doesn't know that Jacob is Lily's son. It is getting really late and we do need to get back home, so we're gonna try to return to normal. There we go, and we can finally go back home, and our mom and dad won't suspect a thing. We've been out the whole day. Her clothes are probably drenched at this point. There's no point in using an umbrella, but she's returning home in like kind of acceptable hour, and it's not like she's doing anything bad. Her mom and dad are happy that she's now home, but they are a little bit disappointed that she only came home at like midnight and missed the family dinner and everything. So they're just asking her to be more precise and come home a little bit earlier, especially because there are wolves in this town. Her mom told her about the wolf, the giant black wolf she saw on their backyard last night, and she is a little bit scared that something's gonna happen to Billie if she stays out for a long time, especially during the night. So they're asking her to stay home in the evenings and not go too far, or not go anywhere too late in the evening. And obviously Billie is a teenager, so she's a little bit upset by that, but she is a good, or at least trying to be a good girl, so she's gonna try her best to actually do that and not upset her mom especially. But it is very late, so everyone needs to head to bed. You could also just go to bed and then sneak out and sleep outside, but at least she is going to bed, and so will her stupid father with stupid freaking arms. Don't know what is going on with his arms currently, but she has waited for her mom and her dad to go to sleep, and she's just gonna sneak out. I feel like she currently just feels much more comfortable in a place outside of her confined room. I feel like at this point she is a little bit more wild and feral than a normal person would be, or like a human would be. So I think she just feels more at ease sleeping outside. But she needs a better solution than this, because this is kind of out in the open, and also, even though she's not scared of the werewolves, because obviously she is one, her mom won't be happy if she finds out that she's sneaking outside of her room during the night, especially the night. So I think she needs a better solution. It is almost 6 a.m. now, and I feel like she would definitely go back home before her mom and dad wake up. It is Thursday, so you're going to go to school today? Oh, it's not a school day! Oh, sorry. Okay. We have Harvest Fest today, so we're not going to school. That makes sense. She did wake up very early for no reason then, but she's not that tired, so it's fine. But her fun is not very good, and it won't be after she's done with her homework now. So because she's not doing much of anything currently and her fun is a little bit low, we're gonna read the storybook again and see if we can find any other footnotes. Okay, apparently she does not want to sit there, so instead we sit here then. And her fun is going down, which is great. And it's also way too early to call anybody, but I think tonight it would make sense to, or not tonight, afternoon or daytime. Maybe she could get together with Alana and Ronan, or try and see if they're willing to meet her. Okay, so magical moon symbols glow around the edges of the page from Billie's lunar epiphany, offering an explanation on Operation Haifang. After the end of the Operation Eternal Flame, a group of vampires came out of hiding to start the initiative. Through a successful propaganda campaign, they branded vampires as refined and classy, boasting of what they offer through their historical knowledge and charismatic ways. At the same time, they smeared werewolf as dirty and dangerous monsters lacking in control. The results were catastrophic for the new werewolf communities, who were still maturing as an occult. We're learning more about the history of werewolves and vampires. A howl echoed through the alleys in a second. Dolph was down on all fours and gave chase, the moon, his sole companion, gleaming off his fangs, giving speed to his legs. Like a snake, the alleys seemed to coil and cross over one another until his head felt as hazy as the local nightclub Dolph would retreat to when it all got to be too much. Suddenly, there was a dumpster in front of him, something atop it glinting in the moonlight. For some unknown reason, Detective Dolph felt drawn to it. He edged closer until he came upon the shattered mirror, reflecting back a man he did not know, himself. The plot thickens. They're just having some breakfast together, and they are noticing that she is eating a bit messily. So maybe her mom would say like, okay, you gotta slow down, otherwise you'll get a sick stomach. But in the middle of the conversation, Billie received a little message from Lily saying that they are invited as a family to their Harvest Fest dinner tonight, which Billie accepts gladly and is also taking obviously her parents with her. The parents still obviously don't know that she's a werewolf. They don't know werewolves exist. So she does quickly send a little message to Lily saying that please keep this between us. My mom and dad are none the wiser. So they're all gonna go ahead and go meet a pack of werewolves without knowing that they are werewolves. And with that, I'm gonna end this episode with them doing a little slow dance again and Billie being all grossed out. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm excited to see what happens at the Harvest Fest. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you're still watching this video, go ahead and subscribe so you'll get more of this, and I would love to see you here again. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day or night and week or weekend whenever you're watching this video, and I will be seeing you in my next one. Bye! I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm excited to see what happens at the... Oh wow, that was some demon inside me.